Hey there, got a half review, half foam core hybrid video for you. The reason I got that is because I actually not foam cored this game. I've just added some foam core components to it. I'll tell you why in a little bit, but also wanted to give you a little bit of a review of Takenoko. Pretty cool game. The artwork of this game, as you can see by the cover, really cool. They do a great job with the artwork. They did a great job with the insert that came with the game. The design of the game is fun. It looks cool on the table. It's really presentable from people kind of watching. Let's dive right in. Alright, so we start here, opening the game. We got the instructions. The instructions start you with a fun little comic to read, which means nothing and helps nothing, but just, you know, sticking kind of with the Asian theme, it's kind of cool. And, you know, a really big instruction booklet as far as the width goes, but very clear instructions, divided up really well, easy to find things with all the pictures. I love the graphics that they offer, so it makes it really simple to find the rules you're looking for. Foam core jumping here. Made a top for it. The reason I made a top is my pieces in the box are going everywhere. So every time I store all my games vertically, like this, and every time that I brought out the game, my pieces were everywhere in the box, and every single time I had to sort it out before playing. Also, I really like the idea of just opening a box and making it look very professional and sleek inside. So I love putting a foam core capper on mine. And then it came with these two hex tiles over here. I believe and I hope that those were just for design. I don't think that you need them for any reason. So I actually cut out hexes here and glued them in place. So we'll open up this here. And then you'll see, I'm just going to flip this over here. You'll see I've got these three foam core pieces glued on the bottom here. The reason I did that is because the components here underneath actually go down about a piece of foam core, and I'll show you that here. Grab a spare piece of foam core that I have, and I'll just set it here. And if you can see, it actually is flush with the insert that comes with it. Why they decided to put them down in there, I'm not really sure, but what I did is cut foam core to size, put them in there, and then took this big sheet and just kind of flipped it and glued it right down on top of it. Held it there for a little while, and then that way when I pull it up, they all kind of stuck there. So it's just pieces of foam core glue on the bottom, and then the big one was able to serve as a backing for when I cut the two hexes out. Back to the review here portion. On the right, got some boards for each player. All right, and each player can take their board. There's options here. You got 5 options to choose from, and you get 2 actions every single turn. So you're able to take the actions and put them down on 2 of the 5 options. And that gives you some variety. Every single play, you can kind of look forward to your next turn, think about what you need, and think about what others have done to help you or hurt you, and then take your actions accordingly. So the game flows the same, but every single turn is a little bit different. So that's kind of cool. Put those back. Got some bamboo shoots on the left, and then some tiles on the right. I mentioned the artwork before. You kind of start with the water tile in the middle, and then as the game goes on, you'll actually expand the map. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some tiles out like this. Kind of random, but that's okay. Alright. And then when you put certain tiles out there, things that you do, you start building bamboo on them. What's really cool about this game is, and you may not be able to see it well from the video, but as bamboo begins to grow, you get this third dimension of the game actually rising off the table. And from a distance, it looks really cool to be able to see the bamboo shoots kind of growing at their own pace. So every bamboo shoot grows differently. And then there's these really cool guys. There's a panda bear that kind of walks around and eats the bamboo. And then there's a farmer, and he walks around and grows the bamboo. So it's pretty cool to see the artwork. Again, it's 3-dimensional. It's got all the things. You irrigate with these little river channels. I made foam core inserts for these. They are, make sure they don't drop. You might be able to see it there. There's 5 or so sheets of foam core pressed together. I basically made 2 walls with an angle, and then on the inside the same thing, but they're just a hair shorter, and that way they give you this like step ladder approach. And then what I do is there's 2 of those, so I placed one on each side of the table. That way in the 4-player game, people can kind of reach in, grab the irrigation channel if that's what they want to do on their turn, and place it. And if you want a few of them, you can kind of go like this and place your irrigation tiles. So I like that. And then there's cards, and this is how you win the game. You win the game by collecting cards by using your panda to eat, or you can find if there's any tiles in that way. So you can see there 3 green tiles in a row. So I actually have 3 green tiles, or in a little bit of a dog leg there, so I have 3 green. Oh, or you can do it by bamboo shoots growing on the board. So I've got cards here that display how many bamboo shoots high a tile needs to contain. So that's 4 yellow bamboos, and it's got to be on one of the tiles that has one of those symbols, or none of those symbols rather. So yeah, real simple game in concept. You know, the instructions are pretty clear. I really like the game. I wish it was 5 players. Not that it's much different, but sometimes I find myself in a situation with 5, and I'd love to be able to pull this one out. I recommend getting it. If you're looking for a game to play, I recommend Takenoko. There is a new expansion that just came out fairly recently called Takenoko Chibis, I believe, and I haven't played that one. Let me know if you have. I'd love to hear what you think. But yeah, if you are looking for a game, 4 players, pretty lighthearted, so not for serious strategy gamers, but it is fun to play. The artwork is amazing. I recommend it. Let me know.